Bernie Sanders did a town hall event in West Virginia on MSNBC last night, and he had an emotional moment with a former coal miner that I want to share with you.
You worked in the mines yourself, huh?
Yes, I'm a retired UNWA miner, and I never dreamed that I'd get to thank you personally myself for the bill that you have co-sponsored and how the Senate Bill 175, the Miners Protection Act, which I'm one of those miners that will lose. I'm one of those miners that will lose his health care at the end of April if they don't pass that law. I come from local 1440 in Matewan. It's a little old town on down the river where McDowell's water goes to when it leaves McDowell County, and we're one of the largest locals in the UMWA. We have over 800 members, all inactive. They're all retired. So we look at things different, and we look at our health care and what we've already worked out. We're not going to mine any more coal. Our coal mining days are over, and we looked at to have the funds that we worked for that were promised to us taken care of. That's all we asked. And I think it's kind of ironic that a senator from the Northeast
Yes.
takes care of my benefits better than someone like Mitch McConnell.
I gotta say it again because it's the truth. This is a room full of West Virginians. This is a county that 75% went to Donald Trump. When Chris Hayes asked, virtually everybody in that room said, I support Donald Trump. And they love Bernie. They clap for Bernie. They later on, as we covered in the previous segment, he got them to clap for raising taxes on the rich, Medicare for all, infrastructure spending, better broadband, and free college. I gotta say it. I know some people are tired of me saying it, and it's certainly been worn out for the past however long, but it ain't worn out to me because it's the truth. Bernie would have won. I mean, he would have won. What the fuck? What do you want me to say? Every poll that was conducted on Bernie Sanders versus Donald Trump in a general election had Bernie Sanders crushing him. On average, he was up by about 10 points. We warned the Democrats. We warned them. You don't run an establishment Democrat, a corporate Democrat, at a time when the nation is yearning for something populist and something anti-establishment. And they did. The DNC put their finger on the scale and tipped it for Hillary Clinton. We covered all the endless stories of leaking. Donna Brazile, when she was with CNN, leaking questions to Hillary Clinton. Why wasn't that a bigger story? By the way, and Donna Brazile was still the head of the DNC for months after that. The fuck? It's cool. We cheated, but don't worry about it. No, but I am worried about it. Debbie Wasserman Schultz, of course, pressuring MSNBC. Hey, I don't think you guys are being fair to me and Hillary. They celebrated closed primaries when fewer people could vote because they said, oh, yeah, we don't want the millennials and independents voting because then obviously Bernie wins. They tried to atheist shame, Bernie in the Midwest to try to make it so Hillary wins, all the while pretending like, we're neutral, we don't know what you mean. Anyway, bias everything against Bernie. So they made their bed and now they're sleeping in it. And what's ironic is they blame us for Donald Trump. When the memos even show, their idea was, let's build up Donald Trump, the Pied Piper candidate, build up Donald Trump in the primary because he has no way he'd win the general. So we should help and build him up and call him a serious candidate. And then we crush him in the general. So they built him up and then he beat them. And all the while, by the way, I was warning. I said it all the way back during early on in the Republican primary. I said, look out. Because I bet Hillary Clinton would have a much better chance against Marco Rubio or Ted Cruz because they're all equally as establishment as she is, plus they're even more unlikable. So I think she would have won if it was against any of them. But Donald Trump, no, because Donald Trump's got the, oh, yeah, I'm a straight shooter. I'm anti-establishment. Vote for me. Yeah, I'll overturn everything. So people were like, oh, actually, yeah, I want that because she is the embodiment of the establishment. So we warned, hey, don't go Trump. Trump shouldn't win the primary. Oh, my God, he's got the best chance of winning. And then he won the primary, and then he ended up winning the general election. So isn't it amazing to see that, man? This is a guy who's a West Virginia coal miner who says Republicans from coal states like Mitch McConnell in Kentucky, he looks out for coal miners, workers, less than a Vermont socialist from the Northeast does, and he's got nothing to do with coal in his state. But you know why Bernie cares? Because he's Bernie Sanders, and he actually cares about the issues. He actually wants people to have health care. He wants people to have education. He wants people to have equal opportunity. And this is a room full of Trump-voting West Virginians who go, yeah, no, I know, I see that. And you're telling me Donald Trump would have beaten this guy? Donald Trump, who was, guys, on Election Day, he had like a 60% unfavorability rating. The most disliked candidate ever on Election Day, except Hillary still lost to him. Isn't that great? Now, Bernie, on the other hand, when they do these polls where they ask people within the states what they think of their senators. Guess who the most liked senator in America is by their constituents? Bernie Sanders. He has like an 80% favorability rating in Vermont. 80%! Yeah, no, I'm sure Donald Trump would have been able to beat Bernie Sanders when Donald Trump is the most disliked candidate, the most disliked candidate of all time, and Bernie Sanders is the most liked senator right now. God, oh my God, what could have been? Oh, we could have had FDR 2.0 with a thriving social democracy and Medicare for all. And the other thing is Bernie knows how to play politics, man. He could have twisted the arms of the Republicans to get them to pass his agenda because he would actually use the bully pulpit for the right things. You know how easy it is to use the bully pulpit to try to get Republicans to raise the minimum wage? Jackass, 80% of the American people are on board with that. So you dare them to oppose you. That's what I do. I go, oh, you oppose me? You oppose making the minimum wage a living wage and tying it to inflation? That's nice. 80% of the American people are with me. So go ahead. You make your case to the American people. I'll make mine, and we'll see how that works out for you in the next election when I get a fucking supermajority because you're so stupid that you don't realize this is going to get you run out of Washington and your career is done. It's so easy. It's so easy to beat these clowns. And Bernie shows it, man. He's got a room full of Trump voters in West Virginia thanking him for how great he is. Oh, man. By the way, Mitch McConnell, he would go and give these speeches in Kentucky and say, oh, yeah, we got to look out for our coal miners because their health insurance runs out soon and we got to re-up that and do all that. Then he didn't allow a vote on it. Wait, what? Why would that be the case? Why would you do that? Because you know who he's really representing? The coal barons, the owners of the companies, not the workers. Whereas Bernie Sanders, who again has no personal benefit or gain in his own state because there's no coal there, he looks out for the workers. He cares more about workers in West Virginia and Kentucky than fucking Mitch McConnell does. And these guys can see through that. And these are guys who still picked Trump over Hillary. And they say it. I'm not saying it. They say it. They don't go, yeah, because he wants to ban all Muslims. That's why I picked him. Because he wants to do nationwide stop and frisk or deport all undocumented immigrants. They said it in the town hall. They say he promised us jobs and health care. He said he was going to cover everybody. That's what he said. You know, he said that he wanted to bring jobs back here. He said he was against TPP. Hillary never spoke about it. And we know she was for NAFTA. And that shipped out a lot of good paying jobs. Isn't that quite a clip there? Trump voting West Virginians thanking Bernie Sanders for the great job that he does looking out for workers.